Okay, so we all heard this news. India positioned at the sixth largest in the World Economy Report behind Japan and the UK. So firstly, we should understand who created this report. So this report is generated by the IMF. IMF means International Monetary Fund. So International Monetary Fund every year release a World Economy Outlook, which shows the world economy GDP. So in this report, the US GDP is about 32.38 trillion, China 20.85, Germany 5.45 trillion, Japan 4.38, UK 4.26 trillion, India 4.15 trillion. Okay, so if you see, our growth is not declined. In 2025, if you see, our GDP is about 3.42 trillion, 3.42 trillion. So it means if you see in 2026, our economy is 4.15 trillion. So it means we are increasing in the number, but still we decline in the position. Why this happened? So firstly, I want to tell you that what is the GDP. So I'll teach you from the basic. So GDP is basically the total values of all goods and services produced inside the country. Okay. So this is the meaning of GDP you have clear. Okay. So now if you see this graph, so in this graph, if you see in 2020 UK we crossed the UK, and in 2025 we crossed the Japan. Okay, and we are projected to cross Germany in 2030. Okay. Now let us see how the IMF calculates the world economic GDP. Okay. So IMF basically calculates on the basis of two factors. The first factor is country's GDP in a local currency. Okay, and second one is exchange rate with a dollar to arrive at a dollar, which means 1 rupees equal to $1 is how much. Okay, so in these two factors, the world economy reports are prepared. Now, if you see why this sudden changes. So this sudden changes because of the paper value. If you see nominal GDP, which is also called as a nominal GDP. So this is what you are describing if the Indian rupees weakens against the dollar, while the euro, yen or pound remains stronger or more stable. India's total GDP looks smaller when converted into dollars, even if the India economy grew up 6 to 7% internally. Okay, so this is the reason why there was a sudden change, why we slipped to the sixth largest world economy. Because of this reason, because of the crisis and all, the dollar value is decreasing for the Japan and UK currencies. But if you see compared to the Indian rupees, it is stronger. So that is why there was a sudden change in this. But IMF also said, will India recover? So will India recover in this? IMF also projected that notwithstanding with a setback in 2026, India will retake the fourth position in 2027 through overtaking third place. Germany is expected to happen in 2031. So this is a good news. So there is nothing to worry that India's GDP growth is declined. Not in the numbers we are declining. The thing is the other currencies compared to the dollar is increasing. So that is why our ranking is slip to the sixth position. Otherwise we are increasing only. And IMF also said in 2027 we retake the fourth position. So this is the news all about.